Hello everybody. We hope you are doing well. We would like to start this video with a question. Do you remember the first conversation that you ever had with someone that's stranger to you? We bet you hardly remember anything. Strangers. They are everywhere. And we've always been told, don't talk to strangers. But we beg to differ. Every stranger comes with an opportunity to learn something new, an opportunity to have an experience you've never had, or hear a story that you've never heard before. You know, conversations are links. Let's imagine every conversation to be a tiny metal link. And every time you talk to a stranger, a metal link is formed. And every conversation that you have after that moment, the link gets stronger and stronger. Every day, each one of us meets so many strangers. At grocery, in the cab, maybe the receptionist at a new office you went to. And with every conversation, we build new links, until finally at the end, we've created a kind of massive worldwide web of conversation. A conversation, it's a fascinating thing. A conversation is an adventure. A conversation gives you a whole new perspective. A conversation opens a door. Conversations can make war, and conversations can make peace. And conversations define who we are as a human race. Think about this. Every single person in your life was once a stranger to you. And you knew nothing about them until you had that first conversation. So we are here to tell you to talk to strangers, to have a conversation. And we will tell you how you can do it. There are many ways that you can make a conversation with almost anyone. Think about a radio presenter. Here's their day is like. Every single morning, they go into an empty room, they put on a mic, and have a conversation with millions of people that they can't see. You know what the hardest part is? It's time. In an around 4-hour show, they get 20 minutes. And in 20 minutes, they have to convince you that they are your best friend. How do they do that? How do they establish a connection? They have 20 minutes to inform you, to excite you, to engage with you, but most importantly, 20 out of the 20 times, when they switch on that mic, they have to leave a smile on your face. Except, they can't see you, they know nothing about you, and they have no way of gauging your reactions. So, how do you do it? How do you talk to a stranger? Well, in this video we'll discuss some of the simple little tricks. Imagine that you're in the room with someone you don't know, and you look across the room, you see a stranger, and you think, I want to talk to this person. And you can almost hear the first word, but it just won't come out. It kind of gets stuck about somewhere, it kind of goes up and down, and you don't know how to proceed. You know what? Here's the advice. Just say it. What's the worst that can happen? They won't talk to you? Well, they're not even talking to you now. So here is the first advice. Floodgates. We truly believe that the first word acts as a floodgate. You know, once you said the first word, everything else just flows. So keep it simple. A hi, a hey, a hello. And do what every good bowler does. Just gather the enthusiasm, the positivity, the energy, put on a big smile and say hi. You know, here's a challenge we face every day. You mostly have very little time, and you have to make that conversation with a stranger memorable. So how do you do it? What's the biggest challenge? Honestly, if we get stuck in the rut of, hi, hey, how are you? I'm fine. What's going on? Nothing much. Same old. So tell me what's new. There you go, 45 seconds down, wasted, right? So, here's the second advice. Skip the small talk and ask a really personal question. And don't be afraid. You will be surprised how much people are willing to share if you just ask. So ask any kind of personal question. Maybe, interesting name. How did your parents think of it? Is there a story behind it? Or how long have you lived in this city? And do you remember the first day you landed here? Answers to those questions are always something unique, always something personal. the favorite one to try is: where do you come from? And where does your family live? Third advice: find the me toos. Have you ever met someone who starts a conversation like they're starting a debate? I am from Bihar. I hate Bihar. Nothing kills a conversation like a negative. When you meet someone for the first time, make an effort to find the one thing that you and that other person might have in common. When you start at that point, and then move outward from there, you will find that all of a sudden, the conversation becomes a lot easier. And that's because both of you suddenly are on the same side of something. And that's a really powerful feeling. Now, what could you possibly have in common with a stranger? It could be anything. You're both in the same place at the same time. Maybe you're from the same country, maybe you both like the winter. Or you're longing for it to rain. When you find a me too, you automatically have a kind of buy-in from the other person. Trust us, that's helpful. Fourth advice: pay a unique compliment. You must have read somewhere that people will forget what you do, and they'll forget what you say, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So be generous. And go out and give someone a nice full compliment. Let us give you an example. Once a person met a gorgeous supermodel and looked at her and say, "Wow, you are beautiful." And there is no reaction on her face. And that person was wondering, how? That's when he realized she was immune to the word beautiful. She has probably heard it 100,000 times today. And if she's on social media, she's heard it 1,000,000 times today. There are some words that each of us have developed an immunity to. It could be nice, it could be awesome, it could be cool. Stay away from these words. Try and construct a compliment that's unique and genuine, and you don't have to lie. Pay a unique and genuine compliment. Fifth advice: ask for an opinion. All of us have opinions, and we all want them to be heard, and everybody wants validation. So go on and ask for an opinion, and that's when you open up a two-way street. That is when the real communication begins, and you will be surprised how much you can pick up about a person just by asking their opinion on something pretty generic. Here's a mistake that some people make. They ask your opinion about something really difficult. It feels almost intimidating. Somewhere in a room full of very well-informed people, and someone was to come up to you and say, "So what do you think about the way the oil prices have affected the real estate market in Dubai?" You will feel a bit cornered. You feel like you might fail, and this is an examination. And that's a lesson. Nobody wants to fail at a first-time conversation. Just ask something simple. Keep it generic. Like, how do you like your coffee? When did you watch your last movie? What did you think of it? And when somebody gives you their opinion, pay attention and listen. And that brings us to the sixth advice. Be present. When someone's trying to communicate with you, the least you can do is really be in that conversation. Just be wholeheartedly present, just be there. And make eye contact. Trust us, eye contact is where all the magic happens. You can feel the conversation. And when you are looking at someone in the eye, 9 out of 10 times, they will not dare look away. That brings us to the seventh advice. Name, place, animal, things. Have you ever played that game? Remember the little details about a person. Remember their name. It's so important. It's awful when you meet someone for 18th time and you say, "You must be Paul." No, Peter. Something with the P and it ends with. It's terrible. Remember someone's name and say it back to them. You have no idea how important you're making them feel, and that's not the only detail. Remember all the other details as well. The places they like to go to. The places they've been to. The places they want to go to. Their pets' names. How their pet's been feeling lately. The things they like. Remember their children's names, that's such a winner. Remember these little things about people and repeat it back to them. Be genuinely interested, and automatically, you kind of become an investor in their well-being, so they'll feel responsible to you to keep that conversation going. There we go. 7 amazing ways that you can make conversation with anyone. We hope you enjoy this video. Please let us know your thoughts in the comment box. Please do like and subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to notify when the new video is released. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.